Hi all, Hal here with more Empyrion Galactic Survival. And what we're doing today is still gathering resources for the big build. I've pretty much just conquered all of the, or I have conquered all of the towers on the server, on this map, or planet I guess I should say. So what I'm doing now is actually trying to get some of the resources I'm starting to run a little bit low on. Copper being one of them, cobalt being the other, and I happen to be basically in a really nice area for resource gathering because I have the copper, I have the cobalt, and I have silicon. All three are the things that I'm kind of needing. So let's see what we can do here. I didn't bring any food with me, so I'm not going to worry too much about... Oh, well, that's not good. And it always hangs a little bit on the first one. Come on, where are you, buddy? There you are. See, using the autocannon because, you know, reasons. It's actually been pointed out a couple of times that the autocannon is actually really nice. The pulse rifle, I should say. And I agree, it is really good. The shotgun is really nice if you're getting really close to things, but I tend to not get that close to them if I can help it. Let's see, where can we get the closest? Because I really don't want to destroy the copper. I think this is about as close as I'm going to be able to get. Let's put down the work light so everybody can follow along at home. Alright, so this is a size 9, so it should be pretty close to the surface, it looks like. Yep. That's how you know I've been doing too much resource gathering. I'm starting to know how the resource spawns actually work as far as the size of the spawn. So, yeah, there's actually, I don't know if anybody's been looking at the mods for this game. Somebody put out a mod specifically for mining, and I don't want to get too close to the light because I don't want to destroy it. But what they did is they have a excavation mod. Basically, you put this thing on top of the resource, put power into it, and what it does is it slowly extracts your resource. It just drills straight into it. So you end up with basically a column that's like a straight pit. So you don't get all of the resource unless, you know, you place a couple of these things or get creative in how you place them. But yeah, it's kind of interesting to see. I haven't really done a whole lot with the mods, mainly because of the fact that the game is still really early in its development. And my concern with installing those types of mods is that they haven't really nailed down the item table yet. So my concern is that, you know, if you install one of these things, if a patch comes out and overwrites the items that the mod needs, what's it going to do to your save? Because we have seen some mods that were just basically had that happen, where an update came out and the mod was no longer compatible, and if you had the mod installed when you started the game, it corrupted your game. I think it's only happened like once, but you know, I don't want to take the chance that it being, you know, me being the one that it happens to the next time. So we'll wait for the game to stabilize a little bit more, and before we start looking at putting the mods in. I know that type of excavation tool would really help. Because I'm spending a couple of hours for each week doing nothing but resource gathering like this. And I mean, even here in the last couple of episodes, we've done a little bit of resource gathering. But I do need the resources, and the big build is still progressing. I've done a little bit of work on it. I updated it a little bit after the weekend live stream. So I haven't done a whole lot. I've been basically spending most of my time getting the resources. So speaking of, let's grab them before they start despawning. Anything else down here? No. Okay. I think I lost some to despawn. I do tend to try to pick them up while mining. You just basically keep spamming the T key, and you will usually get them. It just depends on where it's spawning and how fast it spawns out of your crosshair. So yeah, here we are on Tuesday. I hope everyone is enjoying their week so far, and that it, coming back to work yesterday. And for those who went into work yesterday, for the people who were off, for school or just taking some personal time, hey, congratulations. I hope you get to enjoy that as well. For the rest of us going back to work, hopefully, like I said, it hasn't been too stressful of a week for you so far, and that it's shaping up to be a good one. Let's see. Oh, some copper over there. All right, how much do we have now? Okay, I'm going to grab a little bit more copper. I'm going to try and get about probably 300 or so. Mainly because I don't really want to have to come grab it again anytime soon. Thankfully, I'm not using much copper, but when I do use it, I use it in very large quantities. Silicon is really what I'm needing a large bulk quantity of. So we're going to move over to there shortly. I do need the magnesium, or not magnesium, but cobalt as well, because we need those for the metal components. So for making lights, we'll need that. And I need to make a lot of lights. Also making portable workstation lights so that, when I come out mining and if I decide to do a little bit of recording, you have light. You can see what I'm doing. In fact, let's see. Let's put, can we? Oh, we can. Nice, okay. I think I put that backwards, but that's okay. It works, right? See? Now we can see again. Yay. Alright. Makes it much easier to tell what you're mining and if you're grabbing the right stuff or not. So, should be just a little bit more. Looking at the way that's coming out, that should be pretty much what I'm wanting, right? Yeah, that's more than enough for now. Okay. So we'll come back and mine the rest of this out off camera, but I did want to let you see, some of what goes into the resource gathering, because I know I don't do a whole lot of it on camera. I try not to, at least. I have been doing more on camera lately, but that's partially because I want people to know that I'm not spawning crap in. I'm not going over to creative mode, spawning something in and coming back and using it to build. I am actually harvesting all of this stuff manually. And, I have lunch meat on me, huh? Alright, while we're here. May as well grab the T6 because you never know when you're going to need a health kit. Alright, so... Man, I am burning power. Looks like they have rebalanced everything again. Alright, so we're gonna... I don't know. That's enough for 500 ore, so... Let's just throw that in there to throw it in there. I heard somebody wandering around out here. Alright, so I'm actually going to leave the lights here. That way when I'm flying around, if I need to find resource, it tells me which mines are available. And when I finish with them, I'll take the lights out. And that way I'll be able to find them a little bit easier. Alright, so we've got that one. We don't need that right now. We don't need magnesium, at least. There's a size 8 over there. It looks like we have another one behind us, too. That's copper. See, it looks like we actually have 2 silicon nodes. We'll go look at this one. See if this one's going to be easier to get into or not. Or if I've already been into it. Nope, haven't been into it yet. Yeah, I know. I'm flying like I'm drunk. It's fun. Alright. So what we're going to do here... So let's set this thing completely down. I'm trying to... So what I want to do is have it... set. It's because I've got the crafting station running. Alright, that's fine. So where did the silicon marker go? Oh, there it is. Okay. The size 8, so it should be fairly close to the surface as well. And we break into it. The reason I'm not using the cannons to make this a little bit easier is mainly because of the fact that I've started destroying resources, because I've been getting a little overly aggressive with it. So I'm trying not to do that quite so much. So unfortunately it means, yes, we are going to be doing a lot more manual mining and drilling than we would previously. But at the same time, I should be getting more of the resource out of it, which is what I'm really needing, so. And again, I'm only going to grab maybe 200 or 300 of it. I don't need a whole lot right now. I did mine at a different location, about another 300 or 400 earlier today. What are we doing? So we're 36. Okay. And yeah, like I said, the big build is just burning through resources. I mean, it is nuts how fast I get through this stuff. And I'm trying to get down a little bit further so that we get to the point where we stop modifying the terrain above us, so I can put the light in. Because I don't like leaving resource behind either. That might be far enough down, right? Yeah, that should be far enough down. Alright. See, doesn't that make it nice? It almost makes it like home. Of course, you know, if your home is underground, you're probably a dwarf, so. One of the Tolkien dwarves. Or even the elves. So yeah, and I know a lot of games, if you can play a dwarf, I actually do play them quite often for games, because I do tend to enjoy, if you've seen my 7 Days to Die videos, you probably know I like to build underground. I don't know why. It's something that I've always enjoyed. Even in real life, I enjoy studying the engineering necessary for building, you know, like wine caves or underground storage and bunker areas. I don't know if you've ever seen it in the U.S. They have the old Cold War nuclear missile silos, for the Titan missiles. They come up for sale every once in a while, and people will buy them and convert them into things like houses or even hotels, I think now. I think there's a hotel one now. So yeah, it's kind of fun to see what you can do, and you know, to have that understanding of you don't need to be always on the surface of the place to you know, make something livable or comfortable. But it definitely takes a different mindset. I don't know if I could live underground like that for long periods of time, but it would be interesting to try. So what do you guys think? Think I'm just crazy? Or know that I'm crazy? You know, one or the other. It's fine. It's fine. Either way. So, we'll be back next time. I'm going to finish mining this out a little bit. Where do we have? We have almost what I want. I just need cobalt now, too. See, I need the cobalt for the metal components. I dug myself into a very deep hole. Okay, so turtles over there. Let's see if we can dig ourselves out of this hole. Alright, that should work to get me out of here. And we're going to grab the last of this. Yeah, okay. Yep, there we go. Yeah, so you just cut a little plateau in there and you're usually good to go. Alright, so to show you what else I've got going on in here right now. Turn the jetpack off so I don't go flying all over the place. So yeah, I'm already refining the copper. We've got a little bit of iron left in here. Crushed stone, we want silicon. So we're just going to go ahead and tell it 500. Before I forget, let's refill power, refill oxygen, and we want that one. We want the cobalt deposit. So which is behind us? That's one of the dancing thorns, alien thorn plant, whatever it's called. And we want cobalt. Give me my cobalt. Hey, look, Zakua. I have to say, I really like that as the new starting planet, Aqua. That's really nice. I like the fact that it is very relaxing in the regard that you don't have to stress so much on your for like oxygen and water and everything. It's a nice change from what we've had for so long. Alright. So this is size 9, so it should be about 13 down. So this one's another one of the, it should be fairly close to the surface. Let's make a approach ramp here. Yep, already. There it is. So yeah, basically it's once you figure out how big the nodes are, if it's over size 7, and when you start talking about size 8, size 9s, if it's within like 13 to 15 meters, you are pretty close to the surface on it, most likely. You usually only have to go down about 2 meters or so to hit what you need. Since we are here, let's go ahead and drop that there. And we will continue mining. I'm into my last stack of mine charges already. I had almost 50 charges when I started this last time. I had, 45 charges, I think, when I first started mining today. To give you an idea just how much mining I'm doing. It is crazy. So, devs, yeah, if you get a chance to check it out, go check out that mod for the extraction device. I would love to have a mining device, because you'd be able to do so much larger builds, or such larger builds with something like that if you didn't have to do the manual resource gathering all the time. But it is what it is. It's not bad. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and let you all go today. Thank you for stopping in today. I do appreciate you spending your time with me. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you hit the like button. If you haven't done so already, I suggest you do subscribe, and I ask you to do subscribe, because not only do the likes and subscriptions help the channel grow, it also lets you know when new content is coming out, and it lets me know what content you're enjoying, because if you're not enjoying it, we're all doing something wrong, so. Alright, everybody, if you have any comments or suggestions, tips, questions, whatever, throw it in the comments section below this video, and as always, take care, I'll see you all soon, and be safe out there.